Hello everybody, and today we're going to try a different type of video. My name's Joren, this is...
Brody. Hi, it's Brody.
Brody's on today. This is, welcome back to Hidden Power.
I'm glad I could make it. Sorry, I just got off a shift at LJS, Long John's.
Right.
Gotta get that silver.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so what are we talking about
So
today?
today we're ripping off our good friend's podcast, Hidden Power. We're going to be talking...
we are.
Today
Link in the description.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Pokemon Unite as they released recently. Specifically, what we'd like to see and any predictions that we might have.
Also, check out our video that we posted about it. Yeah, because we might be using footage from that recording session. Why not?
Probably, yeah. But yeah, we'll be playing Pokemon Unite on this channel probably a couple more times too, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, so I guess let's just get right into it. So things I'd like to see personally, I've noticed, and I'm sure a lot of people have noticed, that there seems to be not many Pokemon that are playable from generations 2 and 5.
I was noticing that.
That is something that you noticed? I'm glad.
I was aware of it after you told me about it.
And then there's another problem I've noticed is our crazy lack of support characters to select, you know? So something I'd like to see is a fix to both of those, and my suggestion is, number 1, Musharna from Generation 5 as a support character. Musharna, I don't know much about it, but it's more of a support character than we... Looking at Gen 5's Pokedex, I should say, there's not many other options really to throw in there. Gen 5 was the black and white era, Brody.
I played 4, then 6, then 7, and I haven't played 8 yet.
Right.
Or I played a little bit of 3 after 4. But yeah.
Right.
I'm all over the place.
So Gen 5, we have none, and you know, a little bias as well for me. I would love to see a Gen 2 Pokemon. Because Gen 2 is my personal favorite.
Give me that Totodile.
I would like, personally, I think, and most realistically, I'd like to see Tyranitar.
That'd be good. I like Tyranitar.
Tyranitar is kind of an all-rounder, I guess, in like a Charizard type Pokemon down there, you know. Where you see
I can imagine him either being an all-rounder or an attacker.
An attacker would be interesting. I feel like he'd have to do something with his Sandstorm. That's like kind of his thing, you know. And I feel like that's an all-rounder type thing. I like a passive.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see him. Gen 2, as I said, is my favorite. Tyranitar is very popular as well in Gen 2. It'd be nice if they threw them in there. So, I guess along that same line, I'd like to see some.
Oh yeah, for Gen 2, I'd like to see Girafarig. I had to double check to make sure.
Girafarig, in what way you want him to be playable?
Yes. But I'd love its ult to be like it turns around. And then its rear is the thing, because it is, maybe.
Did you know Girafarig backwards is Girafarig?
It's race car, yes.
Okay.
I'm well aware.
Anyway, along the same lines of Tyranitar being the dinosaur that he is, I'd love to see some fossil Pokemon in there as well. Specifically, I think a likely one we could see as playable is Kabutops or Tyrantrum.
I think Kabutops. Yeah, I could see both of them. It would also be cool to see would Omanyte and what was the other one? Omanite and Omastar,
yep.
Right? I do not know much. If you can't tell, people at home, I don't know much about what roles would be best for what. Would Omanite be good defense or support?
Yeah, I could see him being something like that.
He's got a shell.
He does have a shell. We do kind of have a Crustle already with a shell smash,
Yeah,
exactly. But
I guess.
You know, that's what I was thinking. Kabutops is more likely. But then my good friend, who he wants me to credit him as Community Bike, he's actually the reason.
He comments quite a bit on our videos.
He's the one that gave me this idea for this video, honestly. But my good friend brought
a bicycle bell sound effect.
Right, sure. I'll be his calling bird.
Yeah. You hear it in the distance, start running.
He brought up a good point that more than Kabutops, we're more likely to see something like Scyther Scizor.
I would like that.
Which actually kind of brings me to my next idea, what I would like to see. I would like to see Mega Evolutions somehow in there, and I think actually a Mega Scizor as a playable character could be possible. Considering we have already a specified Alolan Ninetales, I think that just putting in Mega Scizor as a one evolution stage character like Lucario or something like that would be kind of cool, you know? I'd like to see Mega Evolutions. It's probably my favorite gimmick over the years in these games.
It's pretty cool.
And it'd be kind of fun to see that as a playable thing.
I think it'd be cool to see. This is a very different turn, probably. I don't know if I'm following script, but Ultra Beasts, I'm sure, would be an interesting thing. But I feel like that'd be a whole event. Like, I've been comparing this game a little bit to Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite, but our roommate does, so I know a little bit. So I can imagine, for like Fortnite does seasons type things where it's like, now on Thursday this thing's coming out with Fortnite. It kind of themes the next however long a Fortnite. I could imagine there being like an event type thing. Oh, it's Ultra Beasts, and then everything like themed Ultra Beasts, or maybe all like the opponents you face are Ultra Beasts or some sort.
Yeah, I actually agree that Ultra Beasts could probably potentially show up somewhere.
They're like just freaking aliens. So like
I think canonically they're Pokemon from an alternate reality.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what they are. They just phased over. But as you guys are aware, I think on actual release of the game, or close to, there was a big data mine, and so we've been taking care not to bring up any of the things that were data mined from the system.
I know so much about this.
Right, yeah.
And not just Jory.
Right, and then included in that data mine, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but included in it, we did see that Victini is in the game. We don't know if it's a playable character or not, but that Victini plus Jirachi, both being mythical Pokemon.
Yes, you can gasp. It's okay. At home.
Both being mythical means that they might open up more mythical playable characters in the future.
Such as the one I'm pining for is I want Darkrai. I want to play as Darkrai. I like Darkrai, and this is not this, but maybe if they don't want to go mythical route, maybe frickin' Deoxys or something. But frickin' give me.
Deoxys is mythical. Don't worry.
Is he mythical?
Yep.
Okay, then frickin' Deoxys or Darkrai. Because those are cool, and as Jory said, they're like humanoid size, so they'd fit in. And we're not even going to talk about Fletchling and how it's enormous for some reason, and then it evolves into a normal-sized-ish bird. But, so Darkrai, you wouldn't have to change any size about it. It's just there, and like a Zorora type thing, it just stays its like the one evolution the whole time, and like Snorlax, I guess. And other ones, probably. But, yeah, so you wouldn't have to do too much besides just give it different moves and make it look cool. But yeah, because I want Darkrai. That's my spiel.
It's got Shadow Force as one of its moves, I think, which would be kind of interesting to see. But I feel like it'd be similar to what Gengar's Hex is already.
Which is why we can delete Gengar from the
get
game.
rid of Gengar, yeah.
We can get rid of Gengar. I haven't played as him.
Yeah,
have you? Probably not. No one's even heard of him.
Actually, Gengar's pretty popular.
Shut up.
Okay, so that brings up a point of like I wanted to talk about is potential skins we might see, and an idea I'd like to have is where
we're not talking Hollowware, or unless we are.
We are.
Okay. Okay.
So because that's what the skins are called in this game.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, but I'd like to see, like, for example, one of my favorite Pokemon is Hatterene in the Hatterene line, right? But I also really like Gardevoir, and Gardevoir's already in the game, whereas Hatterene isn't. But they're very similar in their play styles and in their shape and whatnot. I wouldn't mind if they eventually do something instead of adding Hatterene to the game like that. They do a skin where you just turn Gardevoir into a Hatterene, and that's all it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they already kind of did that with Cinderace. They changed the whole animation and model for it with his pirate skin, and same thing with Talonflame and his pilot skin. So, I see that as a possibility and something I'd like to see, but I don't know if it will ever happen.
Change out Snorlax for Slacking, that sort of stuff.
I suppose. But yeah, exactly.
Change, and then if you want, and then if you really want to help throw me a bone, have Darkrai and then alt skin Deoxys.
Or
they're probably super different.
I was thinking more like Gengar gets a Darkrai.
No, Darkrai's his own person.
But
man,
included in that data mine that we referenced earlier, there was also they found Articuno in there, which is kind of interesting because that gave us the idea that like there could be other game modes. You know, obviously Articuno would be a boss.
So like instead of
Zapdos, right?
And something we talked about is that it'd be cool because Zapdos, after you defeat him, it sends a zappy thing all throughout the thing. For Articuno, if it's defeated, maybe it sends out like a cold chill and it slows everyone down for a second. Or, yeah, that was the thing we talked about for that.
And then Moltres could just do straight damage. Something
Yeah,
like
just
that.
like a little kind of burning poison type damage where like a little bit of damage a few times.
They haven't found Moltres in there yet, but with Articuno and Zapdos, it's likely we'll see him eventually.
There's been no trace of mold.
But yeah, so that would be kind of cool to see different bosses and different buffs and options other than Zapdos as the end of the game. It'd be kind of cool if it's a random one of the 3 that come at the end
Give us
instead
Groudon.
of Zapdos. Something. It'd be cool if you never know which legendary will spawn at the end and they all do something different, you know?
I'm sure as the game goes on, because we're just like 3 weeks into it, if that.
Barely.
I'm sure they're gonna, if they have ambitions for this game, which it feels like they do, they're gonna play around with a lot of different things, and I'd imagine that it'll probably go beyond just the 3 legendary birds.
Right. They've already found Xerneas in the code as well.
Okay, yeah. So like I imagine there's gonna be more than just those ones. So I'm sure there's gonna be quite a bit of different boss stuff. It would be interesting to have them like change out with each other like randomly, instead of like, all right guys, now we're in the Articuno month.
Exactly. That's exactly. I would like it if you don't know what's gonna spawn at the end and they all do something different. That way.
Maybe like when they first introduced, maybe like for the first week, it only spawns just so people understand it. But then after that, it switches out.
Right, yeah, I can understand that. That brings up the whole other game modes would be kind of cool though too. Right now, all there is quick matches, which is just
should be capture the flag.
There should be stuff like that, or something akin to ARAM in League of Legends, where you don't get to pick who you play as, and it's just one lane. It's just pretty much a. So I essentially think like other objectives that aren't just score points maybe would be kind of cool. Stuff like that. I'd love to see other. I'd also love
give us a story mode.
I'd also love to see in ranking where you can pick your role before you queue up. I would love to see that, but I think we need far more playable characters.
Yeah, more variety for each of the characters as well, because as Jory and I and our friends have found, whenever we try to play with more than like 3 people on a team, a lot of people are doubling up in some roles.
Right. So
like for me, I can't do anything beneficial in a support role because I don't play these sorts of games at all. This is the first game I've ever played like this. And personally, I like having fun. So like when I'm playing, I'm like, oh, I enjoyed these few roles. It's mainly like it's pretty much all the roles except for like defense and support. So like all-rounder, attacker, speedster. That's it. Besides the other ones. So like I enjoy those ones. So if there's other characters though that are cool and their moves are cool or whatever, they'd entice people like me who aren't as good at the game to try other roles. So we just need to get to that point, which is why we're talking about stuff we want to see and the stuff that has been rumored.
Right.
Yeah.
You got any other playable characters you'd like to see?
I'm sure there's many.
There's a lot that I'd like. I for one really would like to see Chestnut as a defender. With I think the 2 moves that I can think of and would really like to see him have is Wood Hammer, which is going to be similar to Snorlax's knockup, and then Spiky Shield, which is also similar to Snorlax's block, but instead of it, stunning them, it just damages them.
Yeah. Oh shiz. What
you got, man?
Support class or whatever. Ditto. I don't know. It would just be cool if like that'd be kind of funny if it was either Ditto or if it was. Oh, I think I mentioned this to you. I think it'd be cool to have Porygon.
Porygon would be like a Rotom.
Yeah, Porygon or something. Yeah,
I think Ditto would be cool.
Ditto would be cool if like somehow it would do like the inverse of whatever you're fighting.
I think it'd be cool as a boss, and it was a Gigantamax Ditto, and it transforms into the first person to hit it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That'd give it some strategy. Like, all right, no, let John hit him first.
So if a Cinderace hits it, it turns into a giant Cinderace.
Now, do all the Pokemon in the game so far have Mega Evolutions? Or not Mega, but like VMAX?
Anyone can get into Dynamax, which is just a big version, but not everyone can Gigantamax.
Okay.
This is Gen 8 stuff now, but...
Okay.
Yeah, so anything can be a Dynamax, as it's called.
Gotcha.
It's
okay.
just where it just gets bigger without changing form.
Then that'd be cool. It would be cool because not every Pokemon has a Mega Evolution, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
that
lot
would
of
be.
the ones that we have in the game right now do the like Garchomp, Gengar, Lucario. They all have Megas.
And Charizard.
Charizard, yep.
Charizard had freaking two.
Venusaur and Blastoise also.
Mega Evolutions would be cool because there's multiple different ones.
Gardevoir has one.
Gardevoir has one.
Yeah.
So
I think
most of them do.
most of those.
The Peak will for
Pikachu doesn't,
Raichu.
no.
It would be Raichu.
Raichu does not. Nope. Raichu has an Alolan form though that I really like.
Also, a quick complaint. It's not quite. I understand the method behind it, but it's really weird to me how some characters are just like, oh yeah, you play as, you want to pick Charizard? All right, you got to go through Charmander and Charmeleon. But then stuff like Lucario, who has a freaking pre-evolution, and you just don't play as that one. You just play as Lucario. It's just
I actually
interesting.
really like that.
It's interesting.
Lucario is an early game, and then like you said, Charmander is a late game that way.
It's just weird because like at that rate, I feel like they should just pick Pokemon with just one evolution.
I don't know.
I mean, I like Lucario. Don't get me wrong.
Lucario and Snorlax I get because the only way to get the version of them that's below, you have to breed them with like an incense in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you breed Snorlax without anything, you'll just get more Snorlax eggs, and same with Lucario. So it's harder to get Riolu and Munchlax than just to get the other two. So it makes sense that they would do it with those two at least.
So give us a story mode and explain that. Tencent.
Same thing with the Blissey leak that got data mined. Is there's Chansey and Blissey, but there's no
Happiny.
Happiny, yeah. Similar to how there's no Igglybuff. You know, those are all the ones that like you have to breed with something. Same thing with like No Mime Jr. for Mr. Mime. You know?
Give us Jinx.
Yeah, so honestly I think that's about all I've got.
Yeah.
I would love to see those. Guys, comment down below if you would like to see anything in Pokemon Unite, I guess. I don't know. I probably won't care, but
I would care though.
Go ahead. Feel like you want to participate. I don't
mind.
Yeah.
Comment for yourself.
You know what? Community Bike, I know you're watching this one. Go ahead.
Ding, ding.
Go ahead. Leave a comment. Go ahead. Tell us what you think you want in the game.
Everyone, and then that will get...
I'll make sure to pin it.
Yeah.
So everyone will see it.
Well, yeah, let us know a Pokemon you'd like to see, and let us know a Pokemon that you think would be stupid to put in the game.
Yeah, what do you not want to see? How about that?
Yeah, whether it's a Pokemon or whether it's like a mechanic or something. Just tell us, give us your view on what you'd like to see from Pokemon Unite.
So anyway, guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Hidden Power Podcast.
Yep. Keep that power in your pocket.